Shut the fuck
I know
up,
it's a school
bitch.
night.
This fool podcast is on.
Well, I don't know. You're an adult. You can decide for yourself. I'll say shit. I'll get the second beers right now. You already know that going. I'm trying to pace myself too, but I don't want to look like a drunk. But you know what? Fuck these fools too. At the same time, I do whatever I want.
What's up, fools? We're on the air. We just went like, I don't know, what would you say, like
10 minutes? 10 minutes of pure
10 minutes
fucking
of fucking
unfiltered opinions and we just lost it.
10 minutes of fucking shooting shit, you know, the way the wind blows and shit, drinking beer, and we weren't recording, so
Mm-hmm.
so that shit just went to the government, to the CIA, straight
Yeah.
to the fucking
That shit went straight to fucking Biden.
straight to storage and shit, just in case. So what's up, fool? I don't know what we talked about, and we just said that we were having some really good beer.
We just said that if you're a machismo and you believe in that shit that a woman needs to serve you your food, then you're a bitch and you can run the fade and you don't deserve to be at the family function.
We're also drinking this fucking Anchor Brewing Tropical Hazy IPA. That shit was bomb. I said that shit tasted like a summer night. I think that's a quick recap of what happened, right?
Oh yeah, you said it was like a summer night after
Summer
slaving at the
night.
plantation and
After having some swamp ass, yeah.
swamp ass, some bat wings. That's right, that's right.
I fucking hated when we worked at Levi's. I fucking hated doing shipment like at 9 in the morning, and I was fat as fuck, so I always wore a flannel to hide my tits and shit. So I was always sweating, dog, and then so fucking you know how you have to fucking carry the boxes, load them up, and sort
Oh
them
yeah,
out
yeah.
and shit.
You feel it
I
pressing against your
fucking
titties?
hated doing that shit, bro, because it'd be 9 in the morning, and I'm already sweating and shit. Like the
That's
real
true.
work hasn't even started yet,
Yeah,
and that shit just gave me in a fucking horrible mood.
yeah. Levi's is I mean, just retail in general was fucking trash. But anyway, enough about that. How do you feel about this beer?
It's pretty good, bro. It's real tasty. Like I said, it feels like a summer night. The fucking can has some palm trees on it, so I think the people at the fucking brewery would agree with me. And yeah, it's just bomb. It's fucking making my taste buds sing.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Pretty good, pretty legit. Yeah, I guess it's safe to say that I think my favorite type of beer is a hazy IPA. I'm glad that I was introduced to hazies from an old coworker. So shout out to him. He knows who he is. I'm glad he introduced me to hazies because I think, again, as the older I'm getting and the more beer I'm drinking, and honestly, I barely started drinking beer like maybe late half of 2020 was my first
Oh,
time
really?
really getting into beer, and just drinking these type of beers truly makes me wonder what the fuck compels a person to go buy Modelo or Bud Light or fucking all that other garbage.
It's funny because I was chilling with my brother the other day, and I think I don't know what he saw me drinking, but he was like, yeah, like, this fool doesn't like any of the normal beers. That fool was talking about me, and that fool was like, that fool likes anything
Yeah,
that
this
has
one doesn't like
IPA
beers that
and
taste
shit.
like water. Can you believe
And
this
then I
shit?
was like, bro, you were here defending fucking Modelo and Corona. No, listen to
I know. What is it with the Hispanic families, culture, whatever? What is with them wanting to defend Corona and Modelo with all the honor in the world?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't fuck with that beer. I fuck with lager, but I just don't fuck with those two.
Or those Ekis, too.
Dos Equis. I haven't had a Dos Equis in a long time. I probably never even tried one.
I tried one. They taste, I don't know. I'm convinced that there's a part in the world where Modelo, Corona, Dos Equis are all made in the same factory and they just get slapped on with different bottles and stickers.
I think they are.
Fucking good at this shit.
They're both from Mexico, but I don't know if they're both part of the same brewery or not.
Anyway, yeah, it's fire beer. You're already going through. You say you were sick. I'm surprised you're even going through it this fast. I'm surprised you're not taking like vitamin C shots and I don't know what the fuck else.
This shit has some vitamin C, I bet. That shit fucking tastes
that's
like it
true.
does. Tastes very citrus. So fuck it.
I was somewhere yesterday doing some online training, and they had the news on in the break room, and it was I think KCAL 9, and they
Yeah.
were just talking about COVID numbers and cases, and I was just thinking I legit want to stop my training. There's a couple people in the break room. I want to stop my training, stand up, and I want to say, who gives a fuck about this shit? It's over. No one cares. And I don't know. We've already had strong opinions about this in the past. And not to rehash those things, but It's just crazy that it's still circulating right now on the news. Like, I don't watch the news
Yeah.
in general. Like, I read whatever I can, and I try to read from both sides. But just watching local news and just seeing that, I'm just thinking, who gives a fuck, man? Like, half of like you guys, if you guys care, the news anchors, why the fuck are they not wearing a mask then? Why are they not 6 feet apart?
Yeah.
Like, why are you reporting these deadly numbers and you guys aren't even practicing the shit you want to claim? Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. What's
I-
the point anymore?
I got COVID December of 2020, and after I got rid of it, the pandemic was over after that for me. So,
And then you gain superpowers and you got stronger.
so I honestly haven't been keeping up with the whole COVID shit ever since. I know that's very selfish of me, but fuck it, it is what it is. But yeah, I haven't been seeing none of the COVID shit. I haven't heard anything from Fauci. The mask restrictions came off here in LA like 2 months ago maybe. And yeah, bro, I fucking haven't worn that shit in a long time. And it's not like I go out crazy. Like I just go to the supermarket, go to the gym. And I think that's really the only places I've been since they lifted the mask restrictions. And yeah, I don't even think about it no more. I just fucking walk right in. Yeah, bro.
how many how can I say? How many times have you felt peer pressure to put a mask on so far? I'm not gonna lie. The other day, I saw too many people with a mask on. And I was thinking, "Fuck! Do I just cave in or do I just stand my ground?"
I don't think I've been peer pressured into fucking wearing the mask.
Like just seeing a bunch of people you never felt once. Like, damn, I might have to do the right thing and put my mask on and save lives.
Nah.
I feel like once you get it, you're kind of just what the fuck.
Well,
Who
I mean,
cares?
like I haven't been like anywhere really. Like just like I said, like the gym, the supermarket, to where I feel like damn, everyone's wearing a fucking like at the gym, no one's wearing a mask.
Yeah,
No one was wearing a mask when you had to fucking wear a mask.
yeah, that's true.
And so
That's true. There's a whole protest in Huntington Beach about it.
and so there's the fucking grocery store. And so yeah, I just fucking haven't really gone anywhere. I'm going to a public event in June to a what were they call it? What were they calling them? I don't know, one of those like super events, super spreader events or whatever.
Oh,
the
that's
fuck.
right. The super spreader events. Yes.
So where there's gonna be like a large capacity, like I don't know how many people, but over, I will see like 5,000 people in an arena. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm gonna have to present my proof of vaccination or not, but I have that. But I'm going with a friend who's not vaccinated, so we'll see how it goes for that food.
I mean, I feel like as long as he takes. I'm sorry, not his. Their. As long as they take their vitamins and supplements.
I don't think he's gonna get sick, but like I just don't know if they're gonna be asking for proof of vaccination and shit. I don't know if that's still a thing.
When was the last time you got asked for proof of vaccination? Was it the Isaiah Rashad concert?
No, I went to Universal Studios like
Oh.
a couple weeks after that, and then they needed to show proof. Yeah.
They like frisked you down and they threw you against the wall. They're like, where's your COVID card?
Yeah, we use that or take a test. And
Damn.
so, I mean, I had already taken the jab, so
Yeah.
it's pretty easy just to fucking show.
Are you gonna get a booster?
Nah, I haven't gotten the booster.
Oh. When's your booster due?
It's been due. It's been due like maybe a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't it a year?
It's like 6 months, no?
Oh,
They,
shit,
they've
my
been,
shit's
they've
long
been trying to
overdue, too.
fucking stab you with some pretty frequently. Like, they were talking about like a fourth booster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm over this shit. I'm done with this shit. I don't know if I don't know how everyone else feels, but I feel like everyone else is over it too. I don't see people wearing masks like that much.
I feel like the only people that still care are the people that want to talk shit.
It's just probably the libs,
The libtards?
the people who want to talk shit. Yeah,
The ones that want to have that moral high ground?
yeah.
Because
And
they're
I
probably a
mean,
piece of shit person and this is the redemption.
yeah, and it's gotten to the point where COVID is no longer a good reason for you to not go somewhere. Like, oh, I just don't feel comfortable. COVID, like it's over. Like, shut up, bitch. You know, like you just don't want to come. It's clear that it's an excuse now.
Yeah. That's funny. Damn, what the fuck was I going to say? I don't remember what I was going to say. But we were talking about it earlier on the pre-show. You saw the Tyson Fury and you saw his fight, and then you saw fucking Francis Ngannou make his
Ngannou.
appearance.
He was. I didn't see the post match though. He was like in the ring.
Yeah, he was in the ring.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he was in the ring. Honestly, I didn't recognize him at first. I honestly thought it was Photoshop for a quick second.
Yeah.
And then it's actually a video, so I'm watching it, and I was thinking, oh, shit. Well, first of all, Francis Ngannou makes Tyson Fury not look that tall. And since Francis
They're both
is
fucking huge.
built like a fucking Hulk,
Yeah.
he didn't look. Tyson just didn't look as physically intimidating as I guess he would compared to other
That
people.
was doesn't that was just tall though
That's
because
why I think because
but
but
physically
he's
intimidating.
freakishly tall.
He's just tall, yeah, but that was fat. That was fucking breaking a
True.
bunch of molds and
True.
shit.
If he's not the inspiration for people to understand that skills
That was
does not
easily
equate to
50%.
body image or your physical appearance, then I
Yeah.
don't know what will. Because that dude is built fucking horrible. No
That was got
disrespect.
ultimate dad bod.
Yes, there we go. He has the ultimate dad bod, and he's a champion, and he's proven that the dad bod works.
Yeah.
And it's a testament to
World
skills.
heavyweight champion. Yeah.
And it just again testament to skills over fucking having an 8-pack, ripped muscles, and I don't know what the fuck.
Nah,
else.
well, I don't know. I don't know. It could be that, but I'm sure it's some of that. But I think people are starting to realize that like having a little bit of fat on you.
Isn't a bad thing.
Well, I mean, it just depends, right? Like if you're not boxing like Tyson Fury, then yeah, you probably shouldn't have that on you. But Tyson Fury, I think like there's something with like his fucking um I don't know how to describe it. Fat composites that gives them like some kind of fucking burst of energy, and then I'm sure all that shit protects them from the fucking punches and shit compared to fucking Deontay Wilder, who's like I don't know what 7% body fat, 5%
Probably
body
that's
fat.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the? Do you have a target body image or a body weight goal that you're trying to hit?
Probably a little bit of both. Image, probably like The Rock 2003.
Okay.
Let
Let me look that up because I don't know.
But actual numbers, I'd probably say like I don't know 195 with 12% body fat.
So do you care more about muscles being defined or?
Not really because like for example, there's people like 21 Savage who look fucking jacked, but it's just because
Yeah, he weighs like 110
that's
pounds.
just because he only eats like 2 fucking chicken nuggets every day and shit.
And smokes like 10 blunts.
and,
Yeah.
and yeah, and so so like yeah, like he looks. You can see his triceps, you can see his shoulders and his biceps and everything. But that's just because he's really lean. So I don't really care if my muscles are showing or well defined. Just because I know that they're there, I'm more concentrated on strength.
So looking at 2003, The Rock. Was this a Hollywood Rock era?
Yeah,
Okay.
around there, it was
Um,
like the fucking the transition from the Attitude Era to the fucking ruthless aggression era.
Yeah. So judging by these pictures, what will be that defining feature you're trying to aim for sure? Like, is it big ass shoulders? Is it like a big ass chest? Because from before when I met you till now, like you obviously did better than
Yeah.
what you were when I met you. But in terms of like your personal self, like what? I guess I'm more curious. Is like, at what point do you feel like, all right, I made it to my goal, kind of? Which, by the record, for anybody that works out, you shouldn't have just an end goal and then call it quits and just that's it. Because first of all, you got to stay there, you got to maintain it. But at what point do you feel like, all right, I finally at the spot that I'm at?
I don't know. I think it'll just depend on athletic ability. Cause I could be fucking built like The Rock currently, but if I can't fucking like run a mile,
That's what I'm saying,
I'd be pretty
like-
disappointed in myself.
Like, what if right now you hit the scale and you're 195 even, and 12% body fat exactly as you are? Let's just say. So, is that
Yeah.
would you just be happy with that? You're gonna be like, nah, like I need to be 10% fat then at that point, or
Nah,
maybe
because then
190.
I feel like that's kind of a little bit like body dysmorphia. I don't think I'm looking for like aesthetics purposes, but more like performance. Like I would want to fucking be able to do a bunch of pull-ups. I'd want to fucking be able to swim like a mile. Run fucking 10 miles. Chilling.
Yeah.
It's more about like the athletic ability.
Yeah. Yeah, I would assume like working out wise, I would like to be in the welterweight category, 170, 175 maybe, and then I think body image wise, I think I just want to get rid of the fucking belly. I just want to get rid of man titties and belly. There's nothing appealing about that. There's nothing appealing when you're wearing a shirt and you're feeling like your titties are just popping out the shirt. Especially
for real.
and if you're taking pictures and you can see a little bit of your gut, that's a no go. That's why I wear sweaters all the time now. I don't care how fucking hot it is at this point. I'm still wearing a sweater. I haven't been like that since I was maybe 16.
I was never like that. I always just embraced it. It was only on like later on in life when I was like fucking I don't know how that was at Levi. I was like 19, where I was like, damn, you know, where I got to my biggest, where I was like, okay, like I need to start covering this shit up. But in school, like middle school, high school, like yeah, I was like whatever.
Oh yeah, like middle school, I didn't give a fuck. In middle school, I was just wearing whatever the fuck my parents bought me, and I didn't care about how my body looked.
Yeah.
I just tried to keep my hair as clean as possible with the gel and shit. You know, the Gel X or whatever the fuck those stupid
Yeah.
ass Johnny B gels were.
For
But like,
real,
but like high school, maybe what by your junior year, you
the
start paying
fools,
attention more to yourself.
the fools who were using Moco de Gorilla are bald right now.
Huh?
The fools who were using Moco de Gorilla,
Oh
the
yeah,
fools are bald.
those fools are bald right now. Those fools are realtors right now too.
This one's got the fucking receding hairline and shit.
For
Fools
real,
look like Pitbull.
for real. They probably live somewhere in fucking Downey or the IE. But anyway, besides those fools, yeah, just looking at The Rock from 2003. You know what? Looking back at everybody, uh, including The Rock, I'm convinced everyone had to be on the juice. Goldberg definitely on the juice. The Rock definitely on the juice. Triple H on the juice.
I feel like this is a time when The Rock wasn't on the juice.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was he more buff? Was it in the Ruthless? I mean, the Ruthless. Was
Oh
it the
yeah, in like
Attitude
the
Era?
fucking Attitude Era, that fool was yeah.
that fool was yoked to the fucking? Well, that fool looks more yoked now.
He's yeah because now he's
Now
not,
he's definitely on the
now
juice.
he's on the juice. Now there's no one fucking over his shoulder and shit.
That's true.
So he was on. I think he was on roids, like in the Attitude Era, and then like around the 2000s when they started doing like that whole like not like hey don't do roids no more.
Yeah.
Then that's when you see The Rock kind of shrinking, not shrinking size. I mean he did shrink in size, but he's still very fit, right? And then now that he's not in the role of professional wrestling, now you see that fool's like tripled in fucking size.
Do you think it's a big deal that? Do you really think that it's a big deal for wrestlers to be on roids? I understand, and it's not discrediting the sport, but I understand compared to baseball or any other, I guess those team sports. I don't know, or even like boxing and MMA. I guess it's just for wrestling. It's like to me, it's I never understood why roids was a problem. Because it's not even considered wrestling, right? Or at least for WWE standards, it's not even wrestling. It's sports entertainment. So why can't the entertainers just be on roids?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think roids has like a bunch of side effects, like fucking small dick. Small dick is just enough for me to fucking not do roids.
That's true.
I think there's like roid rage, and then I don't know. Like Eddie Guerrero died like at fucking 50
What did he die from?
from like a cardiac arrest, but I think it has
Oh.
to do with steroids.
Damn.
Yeah, I think a lot. The reason why they got off the steroids is because a lot of people were dying young. And I mean, I'm sure it wasn't just the steroids. I'm sure like a lot of the unprotected chair shots had to do things with it. But I'm sure the roids did not help. And plus, like, there's also like anatomy problems with it. Like your muscles get strong as fuck with the roids and shit, but your connective tissue and your joints and your ligaments, they don't grow at the same rate as when you're on steroids. So eventually you get to a size where your ligaments and your joints just can't support your muscles because they're outgrowing your joints and your surrounding tissues. So it's just health benefits, you know. Like yeah, just like how there should be an Olympics of foods and roids and shit. But I mean, these foods were doing it for like entertainment purposes. You get me? Like these foods felt like they had to be fucking 7 feet tall and shit.
I want to ask a hot question. What's your stance on trans wrestlers? Do you have a stance on this? Is this
trans
even
pro
an issue
wrestlers?
yet? I know it's going to be an issue at some point, but is
Trans
it an
pro
issue?
wrestlers?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any trans pro wrestlers, but I mean, pro wrestling is pro wrestling. I don't think it's gonna matter as much as it matters like in MMA and shit.
Well, see, that's where I don't know if I would agree because I feel that if we were watching a match between Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair,
Yeah,
the women's title, and then the third opponent's a fucking trans woman
yeah. I don't
who
think
was a
that's,
collegiate wrestler during college. Like, I don't know.
I don't think that'd be an issue.
You don't think so?
Nah, not in pro wrestling.
Interesting.
Yeah, just because it's not. I don't want to say it's not a sport because I feel like it is, but
I think I know what you want to say.
but because there's no like actual winner. There's no like actual like physical competition,
Yeah, there's
physical
not
race.
a there's it's structured like competition. It's a
There's competition where like yeah, you have to be able to do the moves, and if you're stronger, um,
but yeah,
that comes with
there's no judges
benefits.
and there's no actual
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
there's not like it's not like who can hit the hardest. You
yeah.
feel me?
Like who's
Or
gonna take this headshot the fucking best with this chair and shit, you know?
yeah, it's like acting. You get me? Like you don't fucking. There's no rules in acting. You get me? Like oh this fool acted harder because you know he
Well,
is a
isn't that what the
guy.
Academies and the Oscars are?
I think I
Awarding fools that act the hardest?
yeah that's just a circle jerk. That's the fucking popularity contest. You get
Fuck
me?
you, Will Smith.
It's a popularity contest. That's not a real fucking award.
Yeah, I I mean, besides all, I mean, I guess the biggest issue with the steroids now that I'm really thinking about it was, I mean, the most taboo subject was Chris Benoit. We can't even
Chris
acknowledge
Benoit.
his fucking name. God forbid if his intro music
Chris
ever played.
Benoit. See, that's why you don't want fools on roids. That fucking
That's true.
killed his whole family
He
and
was he
himself.
was legit rabid, and
Yeah.
he went off the wall and fuck man, shit was so sad when it happened. Um, but I guess like I don't know. I feel like the trans thing, like if there's a it has to be coming at some point. Like I
I'm
just
sure there's
know
a
it's coming.
trans pro wrestler out there somewhere. But
I
like,
feel like if WWE starts tanking for some reason in terms of like AEW taking over as a promotion and the programming and the content,
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if WWE stoop to that point where they're gonna bring in SJW fucking wrestlers. And it's not really to say like all trans people are SJW because that's obviously not true, but it's just it's sad that through anything that's entertainment related, anytime that that type of topic gets pushed, it's mostly to appeal to the
Yeah, I mean,
SJW
I can see
crowd.
them having somebody just to push like the agenda,
Yeah,
like the PR agenda.
yeah,
But I don't think it'd be a problem besides publicity for WWE because
yeah.
like, if you can't fucking cut a promo or fucking wrestle a 10-minute match in the guys division, turning in transitioning to a woman isn't gonna help you. You feel me? Like it's not like you're gonna have some kind of fucking you have a physical advantage, but it's to where it doesn't matter
Hmm.
because you know the moves are choreographed.
Yeah.
You know it's planned out and it's a work. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter in pro wrestling.
There you go. I know the comments and the reaction would be toxic as fuck. I know.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure they would. I feel like WWE isn't as toxic as other sports are, but I definitely feel like the ones that bitch the most are probably the older crowds for like they were like in their 20s when the Attitude Era was up and running.
The WWE universe is not toxic, but the WWE pro wrestling fan base is toxic.
That's why like how many
You feel
hate
me?
comments do you see about
Because
AEW just cuz
the WWE universe is like including the fucking 6-year-olds, the 10-year-olds,
yeah, that's why.
12-year-olds. You know the people who get work, the people who don't know that it's all kayfabe and shit.
Mhm.
So that's like the people in like India and shit. You get me like around the world. That's the WWE universe. But the
Mhm.
pro wrestling fans are like people like myself, like people like you,
Yeah.
fucking are like, what the fuck is this shit? You
Yeah.
get me like,
I was
yeah.
going to ask you a hypothetical in terms of wrestling. Um would you rather be the most loved wrestler arguably 25, 50 years down the line, whatever fucking era that becomes, would you rather be, you could be two wrestlers. Would you rather be the wrestler that is loved by everyone, arguably one of the greatest to ever do it, but you never get the storyline where you get the belt? But you somehow, you reach that very tip, but they just won't push you over to actually win the belt for whatever reason. Like, I don't know, you're wrestling Brock Lesnar for the fucking 200th time because God knows WWE fucking needs him, and he doesn't agree to losing to you for whatever reason. But you're at that pinnacle fucking stardom, that fame, that, you know, athletic ability, whatever the fuck. But you never, in your whole career, once it's all said and done, you never win the belt. Would you rather be that wrestler? Would you rather be the one who can hold the title the longest? Um, you look the best in the ring to an extent, but the fans and your reception to the whole wrestling community is just that you just suck in their eyes.
Well, it depends. Like, are they saying that I suck because
Like you're
because,
like they basically think you're sucking Vince McMahon's dick backstage, and that's why you're a fucking champ. It's not because you're good at cutting a promo. You're not good at wrestling. For some reason, Vince has a fucking hard on for you.
I don't know. You gotta have some kind of fucking athletic ability if you're in WWE. I
Oh,
mean,
okay,
can't
okay,
can't,
yes,
can't be all
yes,
bad.
yes. But that's what I'm saying in terms of, I guess, how
But
you're
th-
treated by
this
the
this is
community.
the question though. Like, if I am I being mistreated because they're being worked, even the fucking hardcore fans, or am I fucking? It's hard to think about. Like, I think the worst way of being a champion is like, for example, Jinder Mahal. No disrespect to Jinder Mahal, but Jinder Mahal was treated as a jobber when he first came into fucking WWE, and then they brought him back, and he was fucking jacked. And then he was still somewhat of a dropper. He wasn't really winning matches.
Hmm.
And then WWE wanted to fucking open up a new market in India. And this will
Hmm.
kind of fit the narrative of someone who would
He is
look
the
like they
only
would be
big
from
Indian
India.
wrestler at that time,
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
so even though he's like from Canada or something like that, but
Yeah,
just
fucking
his
Canadians.
family lineage, kind of you would assume is from that area.
You know he's not Canadian 100% of the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know his fucking family background. But point is, they try to pass this fool off as Indian, so they gave that fool the fucking world title, just to promote that fool in India.
Yeah.
Like, look, fool, we have an Indian champion, even though he wasn't Indian.
Hmm.
So I think that's the worst way to be champion. So because you were just a fucking marketing tool. Because he was only champion for like a month.
Hmm.
After they did that fucking show or promotion they wanted to do for India, they took the world title off of him, and yeah, he was in like a big star after that. So I think that'd be the worst way to be champion.
Well, that's kind of what I'm trying to ask you. Like, would you want to go?
I'd rather be the guy who never wins the world title than to win the world title because they want to reach a new market in Mexico or something
Yeah,
like
that's why
that.
some stupid shit.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay, that's damn really. So like,
yeah.
you fuck the
There's
belt.
there's been a lot of great pro wrestlers over the years who've never won the world title, like Roddy Piper,
Mm.
fucking Scott Hall, rest in peace. Scott Hall just passed away, never won the world title. I'm sure I'm missing a few people as well who've never won the world title. Fucking Rocky Maivia, missing a lot of people who never won the world title, but
Mm.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
they're still superstars. Yeah.
true, true, true. Um, yeah, I think for your own sake, knowing where you will sit when it's all said and done, I think any logical person will probably want to choose whether this is MMA or WWE or wrestling. I think anybody will want to choose like, oh, I would perform the best and I made the crowd love it and they loved me, but yeah, fuck, it, I never got the belt.
Yeah.
I,
I mean, I think it's interesting when it comes to pro wrestling because it's like you gotta have the you gotta be a good pro wrestler because like in the scenario you just painted me, you can be beloved by everyone, but if Vince or whoever's the guy making decisions in the company doesn't want to put the world title on you, like, well, whose opinion do you value the most? Like the one guy who doesn't want to put the world title on you, or
oh
fucking
yeah, the
the
millions of
rest of the
fans that
fucking
yeah,
world? Yeah.
that's true. I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is it then that will make someone want to choose the former of wanting the head honcho to put the belt on you? Like, are you in love with the image of being a champion, a WWE champion, or is that your love for wrestling, or is it to put the best show for the fans and be loved by everyone?
I mean, it's definitely a mixture of both. Like, you want to be the fucking world champion, putting on banger
Yeah,
matches and backing it up that you're the champion.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But I think you would want to be the better pro wrestler than the champion, unless you just want it for the money and like want to set yourself up for like the next 10 years
mhm,
or whatever.
mhm. Well, yeah, I mean, speaking of champions, we still have Champions League to talk about, but I don't know if you know, but I think it's May 7th. I don't know exactly how long that is. That's when Oliveira will defend his championship belt against Gaethje, and I'm excited for that matchup. I really want to see what the fuck. I think it's an even toss up. I think I think it's interesting. I think it's I think it's gonna have me at the edge of my seat. But I'm also thinking in terms of the championship talk, especially with a sport like MMA, like you're fucking putting your body on the line. You're getting your face smashed in for a living, and you're smashing other people's face in for a living, and going through all that and not being a champion. Like I would be pretty fucking heated.
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
It's
That's what I'm saying. Pro wrestling is an interesting world because
well, oh, but that's all. Okay, but yeah, it is a different world. But I guess I mean, obviously, it would have to rub you the wrong way. But to know that you're doing this fucking well with the community, the fans, and you're just this good of a wrestler, and Vince McMahon says, "Fuck you, you're never getting that bell around you."
Well, Vince has had a bunch of bad takes, and you just say that's another bad take he's had. You get me? But if you're an MMA fighter, like there's no way around it. You get me? Like you were beloved by everyone, and everyone agrees that you should have been a champion instead of this fool. Well, clearly this was wrong. But if you never won the world champion in MMA, it's because you know you got your ass beat, and you clearly weren't the best. You get me? There's no way around it. It's fucking.
Well,
It's
that's what
brutal.
they say about Covington. That if Usman wasn't there, he
Usman
would be a
wasn't there, he'd be
champion.
the champion, and I agree with that. Um, but I
But that
think
just proves you're not the best because you can't be fucking Usman.
But I think Covington still gets his respect. You get me? That just that we're having this conversation. You get me? Like it's acknowledged that yeah he's pretty good.
He
But I mean
honest,
you could say that about everybody. I would be fucking WWE champion right now if it wasn't for those 10,000, 20,000 people who are ahead of me. You know, you could say that about everybody.
mm, okay, yes. I guess with the wrestling thing, I wonder if it hurt. Well, what would hurt more, knowing that you're getting your ass kicked and you can't win the belt, or knowing that you're loved by everyone and Vince McMahon just won't see past it? That's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know which one I would take. Which L would I rather take? Because I'm not gonna lie, like you're busting your ass for a company like WWE, and you're undeniably the fucking leader of this new era, whatever it's gonna be, and or you're gonna be one of the most popular faces of this era. And Vince is just saying he's all decrepit, pervert, and he's fucking old and senile, and he's still saying "fuck you, you're not getting the belt." And like, which one's worse? Like, this is a structured story, and they still won't. They see the reception, and they still won't put the belt around you. And at least in MMA, I can have the peace of knowing that I just couldn't beat these top dogs. Like, I'm obviously better than a million other people in this world, but out of the top 10, I can't fucking beat them.
I'd rather go with the pro wrestling just because I feel like with the pro wrestling you'd be set for life even if you never win the world title. For his UFC, if you don't win the world title, you ain't making shit. You feel me?
That's true. That's true. If you can't beat the champ, like a lot of people aren't
You ain't
gonna really
making
care that
shit.
much about
And
you.
even if you are the champ, if unless you're like Conor McGregor talking shit and bringing attention, you know, chances are you probably aren't getting that paid that good either.
That's true.
Perfect example, Francis Ngannou, the current
Hmm.
UFC heavyweight champion of the world.
That's true. 600K for his last championship match, and
Yeah.
who knows how much he's gonna fucking make off this fucking Tyson Fury fight when they finally cement this hybrid match, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck that means.
I don't know, but I'm excited. I would even pay for that shit, but I'm don't even get excited. Fucking whoever's gonna promote that shit, because I'm gonna illegally stream it.
That's true. Illegal stream for the win, the true goal. Um, but speaking of illegal streaming, how's it been going watching the Champions League?
That shit's been great, bro. Fucking, you know, one of the things about streaming, just on the topic of streaming and sports and shit, fucking pay per view streaming is horrible. You know what I mean? I hate that the UFC does like these $60, $80 pay per views and shit. I'm all for WWE Network, $10 a month, Peacock, fucking $12 a month, $10 a month for whatever, and you get all the pay per views.
I would
I'm a-
happily pay $15 a month for like UFC to watch the
exactly.
UFC, the pay per views.
I would happily do so as well, and so that's the only downside about UFC, boxing, and shit like that. But referring to Champions League is on CBS. I guess they got a partnership with CBS, so CBS is on Paramount.
I was just gonna
So-
say I think Champions League is on Paramount
So-
because I
so-
remember seeing the posters for
Yeah.
Ronaldo on that shit.
So I had Paramount Plus, so I get to fucking watch Champions League there, and I have to get like the fucking the pre-show and after-show. So that's pretty cool. I like to hear they got fucking Thierry Henry and shit, a fucking legend of the sport, versus like on the regular TV they got like some Joe Schmo with a belly talking about soccer. Like, who am I gonna want to hear? You know, the fool who fucking won the Champions League and Premier League, or this fool over here who's just talking shit on TV. You feel
I have
me?
a side question when it comes to talking and announcing. Who, in your opinion, I don't know if you know them by name. I don't fucking know because I don't give a fuck. But
Fucking what's that fool's name?
who's the
Smith?
best announcer that you've heard so
What's
far?
that bitch ass fool's name? Jaden A. Smith, the fool who's talking shit on ESPN.
Oh, the black fool?
Yeah, normally
Stephen A. Smith?
Stephen A. Smith normally covers basketball. Stay off the weed. That guy.
Oh.
I don't know. Fuck that fool. But best commentator, that's not Jim Ross, because he's just the greatest commentator of all time. I don't know. Probably Martin Tyler from the Premier League. There's a
Wait,
El Perro Bermudez.
Oh, okay.
How about that? The legendary Mexican voice.
Um, I think I've always had a soft spot for Vince Scully. As a
Vince
Dodger
Scully.
fan, I think I've
That
always
fool
had a
died
soft
already?
spot.
He hasn't died, huh?
I don't think don't say that shit. I don't think he's died. Nah, I know he
That
retired
fool
technically,
retired.
but I don't think he died. Did he?
I'm
Nah,
sorry, Vince Scully. I didn't mean it that way. I love you too.
he's 94 though. He's
He's 94. God.
I mean,
So when did he retire?
gosh, just not even wood.
When did he retire?
Huh?
He just retired like 6 years.
2016.
Damn, and he. Damn. So that fool was what? 88.
He was active from 1949 to 2016.
He's 94 right now.
Huh?
He's 94 right now.
Yeah, as of
and
right
he
now.
retired 6 years ago.
On November 29th, he's going to turn 95.
And but so he's 94 right now. He retired 6 years ago.
Yeah,
Damn, that fool's 88. Fucking talking about baseball.
it's crazy.
Baseball is a slow sport though. He is.
But that's why I think
Joe
it matches
Biden
him
could
so
fucking
much.
do that shit. Yeah.
Nah, he can't. He'll fucking forget what sport he's commentating.
How come? Damn, that's crazy that Vince Scully's 94.
Okay, out of for both, we're gonna do for UFC and WWE or All Elite, whatever. What former wrestler would you like to commentate for as long as this guy would? Who do you think will be a good fit, and why?
I mean, Jr. Everyone knows who
Well,
Jr.
this one's not
is.
gonna live for like.
He's not gonna live. I mean, hopefully he lives as long as
Yeah,
as,
but
Vince Scully. You know?
I hope that fool reaches 100 just cause.
Yeah.
But in terms of like a youngish, I guess, former wrestler, who would you like to see commentate or take Jim Ross' spot if you could?
I don't know. Chris Jericho's pretty good on the mic. He's pretty good commentating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's been around for a long time to fucking talk about pro wrestling. He knows all the moves and shit. He's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the fucking one of the greatest of all time. So yeah, why not? Chris Jericho.
I'm surprised you didn't
Y2J.
say The Rock.
I mean, I don't know how good The Rock is in commentating and shit.
I think
The Rock. Here's the interesting thing about The Rock. The Rock fucking is like a general thing. I mean, he's like the likable guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he should do a deal. Vince McMahon, if you're listening to this is a good take. Do it, you dumb old fuck. You fucking perverted old fuck. Anyway, they should just have the same thing with like they do with Rogan and UFC. They should just have Rock do big matches, big pay-per-view events like WrestleMania, SummerSlam. They should just have him come and commentate. I feel like that works because anything the Rock fucking touches in WWE, it's like fucking turns to gold. I feel like anything he's just attached to, instantly fucking gains probably more people than fucking originally were gonna watch it. But I think it's the Rock effect. I think it's just.
I mean, I'm sure
him.
he'd be a great commentator, but I feel like right now it'd probably take eyes off of the fucking match. He would have done it like a long time ago. Because if he's on
Why
commentary,
would it take eyes off?
because it's The Rock. People wouldn't be caring about what the match is going on. You know what I mean? Like, people wouldn't care about what's going on in the match, but rather what The Rock is saying.
I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like.
It's
I
like,
mean, unless it turns into a bullshit gimmick where they want to cut a little promo with him talking shit to whoever the fuck is the main event or whoever the fuck's the heel at that time or whatever. Like, unless it's something stupid like that where he always has to talk shit to whoever's fucking wrestling at that moment, then yeah, I'm like, well, fuck that. Scrap that idea. Like, don't do that. But I just feel like he will be the equivalent of Joe Rogan to the UFC for the WWE in terms of big pay-per-view events. I feel like that's who it would be. Or, I don't know, who else? Chris Jericho is a good choice.
yeah, I feel like The Rock is too big. Because, like, and if he comes back to commentate, he'd probably still play the gimmick. He'd play the Raw gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he wouldn't be able to fucking call it right down the middle and shit. He'd be right there fucking, if you smell, who gives a damn? It doesn't matter.
That's true. He's gonna be like, well, let me tell you this. Let me tell you what The Rock thinks right now about this
versus
match. Yeah.
Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan doesn't
What
have
if he's not in character though?
Then it'd be weird. It'd be like, what the fuck is The Rock doing there? Not in, you get me?
It's
Like,
not The
that's
Rock. It's
not The
Dwayne
Rock.
Johnson, fool.
Yeah, it'd be weird. And then Joe Rogan's not a character. Joe Rogan's Joe Rogan. He's right there telling you what's going on. He's telling you what's going on with the arm lock. So whatever.
Okay, so who would you
on.
think is Joe Rogan's equivalent in WWE? Or like, who would you like
I-
to see be the equivalent? Chris Jericho then? Someone that can dissect what's going on, in terms of the wrestling nuance, I guess, or able to truly narrate what's going on or keep it entertaining, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be a good pick with Jericho, because you know he's already good on commentary. You're already getting used to seeing him on commentary. It wouldn't be like The Rock on fucking on SmackDown. You know, it should be fucking breaking news and shit.
Would you want Chris Jericho to be in character or kind of be himself?
He'd be a character because all the commentators in Everybody in pro wrestling is a character. I mean, it's all the work. You have your babyface commentary,
That's
heel
true. You do.
commentary. Everyone's a character.
Wrestling's such a weird thing. Like
Yeah,
everything
bro.
is a character. That's so fucking weird. Like yeah, because you think about Michael Cole and he had
Michael
his moments
Cole.
where he was a heel, then he was face, and
Yeah.
Bradshaw was even a fucking heel, and then Booker T was. I don't know. Was Booker T kind of like a face? A little bit as a
I would say
commentator.
he's mainly a heel. I hated
As a
it.
commentator?
I hated his fucking King Booker shit.
As a commentator?
Oh, I don't know. As a commentator,
Well, he
probably-
still commentates, right?
every now and then. I don't know if that really counts because he does like the pre-show shit for like 20 minutes.
That's true.
Yeah. They have like Corey Graves is one of their commentators. Byron Saxon, Michael Cole. They have what's his name? Pat McAfee, the punter from the Colts.
How good was that fucking match?
Hey, that shit was a banger.
He
gotta
fucking
give him
he
credit.
he surpassed what I was. I wasn't expecting much, but he somehow surpassed what I was
Yeah.
fucking expecting.
Yeah.
And I know it was a while ago, but just about that match, honestly, man, that shit was entertaining.
Yeah. It was good.
I truly hope he can do more matches because if he has this much passion to do it, he can probably be a little bit of a spark that the WWE needs in terms of exciting wrestlers to watch that aren't wrestlers from the past.
Yeah, he should be the world champion. Yeah.
Pat McAfee should be the world champion.
Yeah, maybe not be the world champion, but he should challenge for the world champion. He's over as hell. I heard a really good idea. I don't know whose idea it is. I wish I knew who it was so I could give him credit because I think it was great. But the money,
It was
money
my
in the
idea,
bank
G.
is coming out. The Money in the Bank is in July, so it'd be great if.
Oh, I
fucking-
heard about
if
this.
Pat McAfee wins the fucking Money in the Bank.
He should challenge.
And,
Yeah.
and then well, he's a commentator, so how cool would it be that every fucking week he's sitting at ringside with the fucking
Yeah.
briefcase there? So it's like, damn, like it adds even more anxiety or more unpredictability to the Money in the Bank because they was always there, like, yeah, this can come into the fucking match and cash it in, but Dick, this was literally at ringside at all times for all the matches.
Mhm.
I just feel like that brings a new flair to things. So yeah, I would book that and run with it. Whether he wins the world title or not, that's up for debate. But whether I feel like he should win the Money in the Bank and fucking carry it. Yeah.
If the WWE had to bring in somebody from the UFC, who could you
Conor
honestly
McGregor.
think? Oh, okay.
Easy, no one else.
Just because of his mic work.
Conor McGregor, just because of the character. Colby would be great because of the character.
Kobe would be fucking great.
Nate Diaz, nah, I don't think Nate Diaz would work. He'd be like Ronda Rousey, where he just
Yeah.
like
He'll just
breaks the
stalk and
rules and
slap you,
shit.
and then that's it. And then smoke a
Yeah.
blunt, and he can't even do
Yeah.
that. So it's like, what do you need Nate Diaz there for?
where he fucks up and he just says, "Well, fuck the entire thing." And
He just goes all scripty. He's just
Yeah.
like, fuck. He has this
Yeah.
fucking pipe bomb moment.
pretty much, yeah.
That would be fucking cool. Conor McGregor. I think if Conor can't bounce back in terms of his career, I know they're trying to speculate that he's going to challenge Usman for the belt, which I still think is bullshit. He's retarded for doing that shit. I don't give a fuck if that offends you. That's the best case.
Wait,
I
who
could
were we
put
talking about?
it. McGregor.
McGregor? But what was the stupid shit that you're talking about?
That apparently he might be able to challenge
Oh
Usman.
yeah. Nah, he needs.
Stupid.
What was his most recent fight?
Poirier.
When he broke his ankle.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Nah, he needs to fight someone before
He needs to
challenges
fight like
anybody.
number 12 in the lightweight division. He can't fucking do that. I don't give a... This is my thing, and this is something I was talking to somebody else that we know from Levi's, and this is what I was talking about in terms of like trying to please both parties in terms of like the purists for the sport and the casual fans. Despite McGregor being absolutely amazing on a mic and just knowing how to work the crowd and the type of shit you want to see in WWE, cool. But bro, the fighting is not backing it up. You go in that cage and you're not backing it up. Like, I don't see a reason for you to ever challenge anybody for the belt. And I know it's the argument too that if a champion wants a champion gets to fight whoever. I personally don't think that many people care about McGregor anymore. He's still relevant. He's still a big name, yes. But I do not believe that he has that same flair as he did as a featherweight champion, as a lightweight champion. We just know him because he's entertaining. We don't know him or we don't care about him anymore as a fighter. I truly don't think a lot of people do. Are people going to watch it? Of course, it's fucking McGregor.
Yeah.
But nobody's really going in there thinking, oh, fuck it, he's going to easily fucking challenge Usman for that belt. He's
Yeah.
really going to give Oliveira that work.
Before when he was fighting, you'd be like, yeah, he's gonna win. Like I remember when he fought fucking after he beat fucking Frankie Edgar in New York, and he became the double champion. And I was like, yeah, this guy's unstoppable. But now when he fought who did he just fight? Dustin Poirier.
Dustin
When
Poirier.
he fought Dustin Poirier going into the fight, I was like, I don't know, man. So
But when
yeah,
he became double champ, when he won the lightweight belt,
yeah, when
he fought Eddie
when-
Alvarez.
after he beat that's what I said. After he beat Jose, and then after he became double champion by beating Frankie Edgar, I said he's unstoppable. But in his most recent fight against Poirier,
Yeah.
I was 50-50, and actually I was leaning more to Poirier. So I think that just talks about how much the Conor McGregor persona has changed to where now, people, we know that fool could be beat,
I
that
think
fool got beat by Nate Diaz, that fool got beat by Poirier.
I
And
think
I
he
feel
was
like I'm missing
still
someone else.
he was still in the realm of being a good fighter and good on the mic. I just think right now, if we were looking at it as a scale, I think his mic work triples his fucking actual fighting work.
Yeah, I mean he's still a great fighter,
That's
still
where
a good fighter.
that's what but that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the fighting is it's not balanced anymore. Like, as a featherweight, talking all that shit in the tour in Brazil, to even talking shit at the press conference.
I mean that fool just talks too much shit to really.
he
back
does,
it up.
but the fact that the fighting can match the energy of the talk is like, yes, that's where you
At
need it
first,
to be.
yeah, but now it's
But
died
now
down.
it's like it's too
Yeah.
much talking, not enough
After
fighting.
Khabib, how the fuck? That's the guy I was missing. I don't know how I didn't bring up Khabib, the guy who started McGregor's downfall. Fucking Khabib. So yeah.
Granted, he beat Cerrone after that fight. He fought Cerrone after, and he beat Cerrone, but the
After
argument is
Khabib
Cerrone
fight,
was kind of already falling off.
But the way Khabib beat him, by tapping him out, it was, I don't know, something about the Khabib fight really fucking got to McGregor.
I don't think it... really?
Yeah, I feel like
I don't
after the
think so.
Khabib fight, the fucking downfall started.
I don't think so.
Because that fool was throwing fucking dollies at the bus and shit.
But I think that's
It
because
started
there's too
with-
much personal passion behind the fight.
That's
I
what
think
I'm
that's
saying.
I think that's when the personal lives got too invested into the fight. Which, for a spectator standpoint, that's
For us, it
fucking
was
beautiful.
great, but that's what. But what I'm trying to say is like the downfall, of McGregor's persona of this being an undefeated fucking fighter, fucking pride of Ireland and shit. Like the whole mystique died down after, with the build up to Khabib and after. Khabib.
I would argue, I agree that he has a downfall. I agree he's in a downfall right now. But I would say it started after the Floyd Mayweather fight. Was the Floyd
really?
Mayweather fight after the Khabib fight?
Nah, it was before. The Floyd Mayweather fight was like at the peak of fucking McGregor's fucking popularity.
I could have sworn. So that was apparently August 26, 2017, McGregor and Floyd.
Yeah.
Now let's look at Khabib versus
Khabib was like
McGregor. Was that
2018,
2018?
Yeah.
Oh shit, it was.
Yeah.
No, but see, that's what. Okay, no.
If McGregor had an L before the Mayweather fight, it probably would have not happened. The boxing match probably would have not have happened.
So my timelines are wrong, but I would still say that's what I'm trying to say. I think after the Floyd Mayweather fight happened, I personally felt like that's when the decline started. He started switching his fight
But
styles.
who did he fight after the Mayweather fight? It might have been Khabib.
It might have been Khabib. But see, that I guess it's because I'm going off the technicality that he beat Cerrone after, because he fought Cerrone after Khabib, and he beat Cerrone TKO. So that's all. I don't feel comfortable saying that he was on that slope.
Cerrone, on paper, it sounds impressive beating Cerrone TKO, but we have to take into consideration that it's not the cowboy from
That's the
fucking
thing
10
too.
years
That's why I'm
ago.
saying I'm kind of
Yeah, I mean,
conflicted. It's
this-
not really
this
the
is a
Cerrone that we're used to.
Yeah, this is a cowboy who was in the later end of his career, and I think he might have even taken up the fight last minute, or he jumped in there late. I'm not sure. But if it's not, it wasn't the cowboy. It wasn't the fight that should have been 10 years ago. I mean, with Cowboy being younger.
That's
Cowboy
true.
was already a fucking senor.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll give McGregor credit for at least getting the W after after that emotional ass fight with Khabib. But I don't want to knock it But at the same time, yes, it is. It's the fact that it's not really the same exact Cerrone we've seen before. He's
Yeah.
getting older. He's been in so many wars. I'm not too surprised that McGregor came out with the win. So I'm trying to give him credit for that. I'm trying to play the advocate here and give him credit for that. But yeah, even the Dustin Poirier second fight, even the third fight, I just don't. I think after Mayweather, I personally feel like that's when the decline started. I feel like him going into Khabib. I think
I feel like we're in the same timeline. That fool fucking went crazy after that fucking Mayweather fight. That was probably his peak, cause that fool. That
that's
was,
why.
that was his peak of money and everything.
That's what I'm saying. I
Popularity.
think that's when I will personally say the decline was starting. That I don't think he was the same featherweight McGregor we saw going into the Khabib fight. I think this was the Mayweather McGregor version of himself going into the Khabib fight, which I would think. I'm not saying he would have beat Khabib if he went in with that featherweight champion mentality that he had, the karate stance McGregor mentality. I don't think he would have beat him by a long shot. I think Khabib still would have submitted him at some point and still would have been a crazy brawl after. I still think it would have went down like that. I just think it would have been a different fight. I think it would have. I think he could have pressured Khabib a little bit more standing up, but I still think the end result would have been a tap. I still think the end result would have been Khabib flying over the cage. I still think nothing changed on the end side of things.
My whole timeline is fucked up because I think Nate Diaz was the first guy to beat McGregor, right?
Yeah, I don't. Was it 2015, 2016?
That sounds like 2016, the Diaz McGregor fight, the first one. Even that whole two fights, they haven't had a trilogy yet.
Yeah, that was 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when he tapped, and then he beat Nate unanimous in the second
Did
fight.
he tap out?
Yeah, he tapped rear
Damn, he
naked.
tapped twice. Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like he still bounced back from being tapped out in
Yeah.
2016. So that's what I'm saying. I can't say he did it. He was already declining, but I definitely think the Floyd Mayweather. I think what's the saying? When it's hard to work, it's what is it? It's difficult to work hard when you're sleeping on silk sheets or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck. But anyway, I mean, besides all that shit, just to run it all the way back, UFC. I don't know if you're excited. I'm excited. Definitely gonna watch Poirier, Oliveira, and fucking Gaethje, and give
Hell
a
yeah.
recap for this podcast. And yeah, just speaking about champions and shit, I hope Oliveira wins because I want to see him fight Islam, and Islam is arguably everyone's quoting him as Khabib 2.0. I need to see that shit happen. I need to see what we could have seen with fucking Oliveira versus Islam, and I just on paper, it just sounds idealistically what I would want to see. The man with the most submission wins in the UFC versus a submission artist. I
Hell
need to
yeah.
see that shit. But other than that, my boy, I don't know. You got anything else to end on?
Nah, I'm down to fucking wrap this shit. Fucking. Uh, did you see that fucking Patty McBatty?
Patty the Batty?
Patty the Batty was at the fucking Padres. That fool was fucking. Fuck
He
the
was where?
Padres. He was he was in San Diego at the Padres game.
Why?
I don't know, but that fool's right there saying up the Padres, but
He was there saying fuck the
he
Padres?
was there saying up the Padres, which I thought was hilarious. It was just fucking the
Fucking
whole,
UK, you
the
weirdos.
whole, yeah.
This is why you lost the fucking
Give 'em
war.
steel, lads. yeah, all that shit.
Oh.
So yeah, just shout out to that fool. Fuck the Padres though. Up the fucking Angels. Up fucking.
Oh, I
City.
did. I just wanted to ask you real quick. How do you feel about fucking the great Lord and Savior Elon Musk buying Twitter?
I think that shit is great. It's been seeing all these fucking libtards have a meltdown and shit.
Are you gonna get rid of Twitter now that Elon Musk bought it? Are you gonna create another account now just for that?
I just been enjoying it, bro. I don't seeing the fucking meltdown is great. I hope Trump gets back to see the fucking
I
even
was
bigger
pretty
meltdown.
honestly. I was pretty close to deleting my Twitter last week because I really don't give a fuck about it. I have not given a fuck about it for a while. Same thing with Snapchat too. I really don't care about those apps. But I think the fact that Elon now bought Twitter, I'm like, I have to stay on because I have to see what the fuck is gonna happen.
Yeah,
with
I mean,
all the
I don't
libtards.
really tweet or anything. I just go on there for laughing purposes, and Donald Trump coming back from Twitter.
Yeah, you don't
fucking
go on there to
trigger.
speak your fucking political views. You
Yeah,
go on there to
because no
fucking
one gives
laugh
a
at dick
fuck.
jokes.
Yeah. So I'm just there to laugh. So Donald Trump, I hope that fool comes back to Twitter. I didn't agree with that fool being banned from Twitter in the first place.
I hope he comes back with the tweet saying "Storm the Capitol" again.
Yeah, I just hope that his first tweet brings chaos. And yeah, with that, we'll fucking
Shout
catch
out
you
Elon
later.
Musk.
Yeah, fucking hit us up on everything: IG, fucking YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Later on, vatos.